Hey guys, let's crack down to this chapter of Shokugeki no Soma, chapter 167. Hit the intro!
Double up.
Okay, so this chapter really has got me interesting because we got Rendo pushing Tsukasa to do a live broadcast about what's going to be happening with this extermination exams. And he hates doing this on the spot. As you can see, it was a bit of a comic relief chapter with how he says. He mentions it, as I will be quoting, "It's a huge event during the second semester of first years of high school. It's a ruthless trial in which only 76 out of 190 survived last year and the rest left the academy." So pretty much it's another extermination camp, you know, like it's another survival camp, just like last year or last semester's arc of how many left. This one's going to be cutting it down to even a smaller amount. And he continues going by, "But this will be different from now on. Thanks to leader Azami," he is actually announcing him as a leader, even though there's a lot of people that don't see him as a leader. "You are free from this needless selection." So they have abolished that survival purge, that elimination arc that we watched beforehand. And it goes from this year, the advancement exam subjects has changed to become a review of Azami's policy. So pretty much instead of getting rid of people that aren't cooking up to their standards of how they want to cook, and it has to follow up to Azami's standards. That is pretty much how Azami has changed things. Everything needs to be by Azami's books. Everything that's being cooked has to be done by Azami's book. So everything has to be made exactly the same every day until it is perfect as Azami wants it in his books. And he continues going, "There's no need to be chained to the obsolete system." So it's pretty much he's changing the system. Changing the system that was actually better than what Azami wants to do, that Azami's doing right now. And that is something that I'm really curious about what's going to be happening now with this. "As long as you follow Central, all you can do become first class." And this is something that slightly annoying me, is that first class chefs. How do you become first class chefs when you can't? Well, once you hit that peak, where do you go from that peak to become even better? By creating something new to actually put your mark in becoming a reason you're a first class chef. You can't just be a first class chef that makes the same dishes over and over again to perfection, always showing the perfection of that dish, of the exact same dish, with no alterations, nothing to leave its mark, nothing to show your reasons why you're a chef. You're just a robot. You're just a robotic chef that's cooking everything exactly in like it should be done in the books by the recipe. So Tsukasa then continues, "I believe that students that do not follow leader Azami's policy already understand what will happen." So pretty much we all know Tsukasa is a full-on Azami follower, and that because of how he sees himself as a chef is exactly what he sees Azami as, and that's why he sees Azami as a mentor figure, as somebody that he can follow to get his way with, because we know that. So after watching this, Soma then continues going going by advancement exams, but isn't it too quick for it to happen during second semester? Well, anyway, we have no choice but to try our best to become second years. This is where everybody's looking down, is because they know they have no chance of trying to survive second semester. All of them have no chance on doing. This is what Azami wants. This is how he has planned everything, so that all the clubs that were left that won against Central, and even Polar Star Storm still being around. Everybody knows that if they cannot make it, they know that only Soma could pretty much push through this all, and stuff like that. They all chatted among each other, going, and Soma quoting Soma is that, "What's wrong having those depressed faces?" And Yuki goes, "Did you not understand anything?" It just sums up what Central's doing. It's scheming to fail opposing groups. that they couldn't destroy through exams. This is a scheme to destroy opposing groups that weren't destroyed by essentially through those exams. This is what he wants. And this is pretty much, they have stated a lot in this chapter there, that they're going to find faults, regardless how perfect or how good the dishes are. They're going to find faults, critique, and everything to bash their things, so they leave Tutsuki because it's not up to Azami's standards. And everybody even mentioned that Erena's going to be alone. And if Erena's alone, she's going to be swept back into that shell that everybody's trying to break her out from, and becoming that cold-hearted person that Azami molded her to be. And nobody wants that. Then it cuts to boards with Azami talking about boards and showing all the chefs that look like robots, zombies, just robotic chefs pretty much, cooking everything to his standards. And everybody's like stripping Shane and everything, mentioning how good it is. But Mr. Capulet is on the side of Soma and people that don't like the way Azami's doing things, because he eats the dish, but he doesn't see the chef that cooked it. He sees just Azami's face cooking the face in this dish. He doesn't see the uniqueness. He doesn't see the chef's own ability in this dish. He just sees Azami's way of doing things in this dish, because he knows that all these robotic people that are like robot chefs that are cooking just to be pleasing Azami is all following and done. And everything is just, and he then goes on going, this dish is too far from that philosophy, and there is no way that Tutsuki can run like this. And it's true, because there's no uniqueness to it, and I've mentioned before, there is no uniqueness, just shackles. And he continues going, truthfully, at this point, most students have given up on going against Central and actually wanting to follow them. Because no matter how they think about it, it's better that way. They all understand the upcoming advancements exams will bring the end to everything. It is farewell with this academy, even without being a second year. Everybody continues just being depressed and everything, that they won't make it second semester and everything. And Soma's just being curious. Erena's just sitting in a room just wondering what she can do. Everybody's also still worried about Erina because of, like earlier, is she's going to be alone. Soma was thinking what Tsukasa said, that I believe that students that don't follow leaders Azami already understand what will happen. And then we have Erina knocking on the door and entering Soma's room at the end of this chapter in a very innocent, cutesy way. So this chapter, a lot of stuff has happened. Polar Star Dorm is now depressed. Soma's thinking of what he can do to cheer them up, to help them get through this, because this is what Azami wants. Right? We know that, and I've done a lot of quotation for this chapter, but we know this is what Azami wants. Mr. Capelli, the French professor at Tutsuki, doesn't like the way he wants things done via Azami. He has stated once he tasted this young chef's, middle schooler chef's dish, that he didn't see the uniqueness of that food. He did not see that chef, that boy's face in this dish, the uniqueness. He only saw Azami's face here, and that is a problem, because once they realise that Azami is going to be the face that it's going to be seen each time everybody strips, that's not going to be good. That is not really going to be what they want out of this chapter, or not chapter, this battle. Second semester is going to be more of a fighting battle to get rid of everybody that want. I'm more curious about what Erina's gone and to see Soma for. Is she going to be wanting to know more about Jericho and more reasons why, or finding out more about Jericho from Soma and what he'd been up to since he was a chef at her house and everything because of that photo? Is she going to show Soma that photograph of her and Jericho when she was younger? Because remember, we know that she had a bit of a crush on Jericho since she was a young age, and then now she found out that Soma is Jericho's son. It's a bit of an overwhelming her, saying that she's been criticizing Soma on the way he was cooking and everything. Just the fact that even though that he's the son of the guy she likes, and that she should be liking his cooking, and the fact that we know she lies about Soma's cooking and how great the dish is, because we know that she stripped on the first date and failed him even though she liked his dish. So we know that things have now changed between Soma and Erina. More so is that this whole extermination exams, these exams to follow Azami's policy, pretty much following everything by the book of cooking, everything perfect, and every dish that is made exactly by the recipe is something interesting as well. Is that what Azami wants? But that's the thing. There's no footprint, no mark, no uniqueness of that dish to make that dish that person's own creation. When it comes to chefs, yes, all chefs in real life have cooked to follow the recipes because they need to know how to make these dishes. But at the same time, they do it in their own way. They prepare it in their own way. They don't follow exactly how it should be prepared. They do it their own way. They find their own ways to cook these dishes and then leave a mark on them so they can become first-class chefs. Becoming first-class chefs by just following the recipe to the T and always following it, it's like making robots or clones and just shipping them out to restaurants to just follow and being just told, make this perfect, make it and make it so everybody enjoys it. It's like, that's like just, why don't you just replace everything with robots? You could probably get everything done with robots to a T, but that's not what he wants. This is interesting. This has been a lot of informative chapter, and yet again the greatness that is Shokugeki no Soma is something that's always been interesting to me, and this has shown it as well. So this has been my review of chapter 167 of Shokugeki no Soma. I've been your host Kai from Kai's Otaku Corner, member of the 00 Club. I'm going to end it here, and I'll see you next time for another review. Bye bye for now. See ya. Hey guys, hopefully you enjoyed this review of Shokugeki no Soma chapter 167. If you want to see all my other reviews of the greatness that is Shokugeki no Soma, you can check them out right here. If you want to follow me on Facebook and Twitter, or Anime Amino, you can follow the links down in the video description down below. If you want to subscribe for more of my content and see more of my videos, hit that subscribe button or give me a like on this video as well. But that's been all. Hopefully you enjoyed this review, and I know I did. I'll see you next time. Bye bye for now. See ya.